And we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Building Success, the journey of bold beginnings. And we are live. And I am so excited to have you all here with me today and my business partners. And as again, my name is Panya, and I am tuning live from Minnesota. Whether you're tuning in live for the first time or a returning listener, we all appreciate for you being here. And today I have two very special, amazing business partners with me today, Tay and Kim. We are all entrepreneurs and we have taken the bold leaps into our journeys. And today we're going to share our success, not success, our experiences and our lessons and insights with you. As I said, my name is Panya and I am the host for tonight. And I have my business partners, Kim and Tay, with me today. Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And as I shared on my platform before, we are global. So I will go ahead and let my other business partners introduce themselves. And please share where you guys are tuning in from. Anybody can go first. Kim, why don't you go first?
Okay, sounds good. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much, Panir, for inviting me over to your podcast today. So, for whoever doesn't know me, my name is Kim, and I'm living currently with my husband and daughter in Canada, actually Toronto, Canada, for the past 40 years now. But I was originally from Vietnam, but I left the country when I was around 4 or 5 years old. So, I basically grew up in Canada. So beside doing all my education from kindergarten to university, I graduated and I worked as an IT professional for about 25 years in the corporate world until I got laid off. So you know what, after that day I'm kind of telling myself no more working for other people. I want to be my own boss. So here I am doing this digital business. So I started this business about over a year and I'm just so proud of it. And this is my plan B as of now, but it's going to turn into my plan A, a few years down the road. So that's the goal.
That's the goal. Thank you for sharing.
That's amazing, Kim. Plan B, huh? Well, it will be your plan A. You're it. But hello, everyone. Thank you, Panya, for having me here. Nice to see you here, Kim. My name is Tay. For those of you who don't know who I am coming live to you guys from Arizona in the USA. So we are global. Kim's in Canada. I'm in Arizona. Panya's in Minnesota. And we can still collaborate. But anyways, I'm excited about the business. And I am a full-time business owner here in this business and been doing it for quite some time. I am a mom. Me, my husband, and my son live here in Arizona. And I, like Kim, I'm not originally from here. I was from Thailand. Immigrated to the United States when I was really young too, probably around 5'2", Kim. So we left our home around the same age.
Right.
I've been here, grew up here in the United States, and have been accustomed to don't remember much, but I know that we all strive and we want the best for our future and our family. And that's why I'm here too. Want more time, been to school, done this, done that, right? The dream of accomplishing your higher education, getting a good job. And then I worked in the social services field when I was in the corporate world and loved it, but it was just, something was just missing. And so when I found this amazing business, oh my gosh, I found my purpose. This was how I was supposed to help people. And so here I am today with all of you guys. So I'm excited. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And thank you both for sharing your story with our viewers tonight. All right. Sorry, for some reason my voice just don't want to cooperate today. Okay, so we will be, as I share, we will be talking a little bit about our personal stories and our journeys on how we are here today. And if you are joining us live today, please go ahead and drop a comment or questions in the comments, and we will be happy to answer those questions while we're on live. All right, ladies, let's go ahead and dive on in. So success always starts with the first step, right? So with that being said, what bold decision or leap of faith kickstarted your journey in our online business? And Kim, would you like to go first?
Sure, yeah. Just like I said earlier, right? Like I kind of knew this business like 2 years ago, but I really did not take any action because my life was so comfortable. I was having my job. I was, like there's nothing major that is happening into my life that is makes me, that is kind of pushing me to find something else, right? Until that day where I got laid off. And it was just such a shock because I worked in the corporate world for over 25 years, me thinking that I'm going to continue working until I retire. I still have another 15 years to go.
Mhm.
But then that day just came, right? So I'm like, I was so shocked because you know um, like I thought that I was building all those connection with my colleagues and my boss and everyone, because you work for so long there, right? But it took them only 5 minutes to kind of kick me out. So I just felt that's the shock that I felt, right? So I was
Mhm.
telling myself, like, there's nothing stable in life, there's no job security anywhere. So I don't want to be stuck in another 15 years. And who's going to guarantee me that I will have my job until I retire, right? Who knows? In the next 5 years, I might get laid off again, and I'm not any younger. I'm getting, I'm approaching my retirement soon, right? So
Mhm.
competing with the younger generation now, the freshly graduate, obviously we're slower. Our brain is not working as fast as before. So anyway, long story short, I just decide to, jump, like, find something else that is more being my own boss, and it's more like securing my financial until I retire. So
Mhm.
it's just I guess it's just um, a destiny or something that is just happening at that right moment. I was just scrolling the Facebook thing, and I saw my actually my mentor and my coach
Mhm.
having that ads on Facebook. So I was just curious, right? Because I didn't really know much about this. So I decided to jump in, and then the more I go in, the deeper I go in, and I just realized like this is the thing that I really want. And I'm a person, because I work in IT, I'm very very detail oriented. And IT world, right, is still very high tech and things like that. So I know like the inside out of the business, being
Mhm.
scammed or not being scammed, things like that. So I really do my due diligence, do all my research, talking to people in the community before I take my decision too. So anyway, so yeah, so that's lead me to take the next step. Only 3 days after I see the ad, so I decide to go in, saw everything, and then I just decide to turn myself into a business, digital business owner after just 3 days.
Wow, just after 3 days. Okay, so
Yeah.
you saw the potential and
Hmm.
you did your due diligence and you watched a little bit in the background. Then it took you 3 days to hop on board, right? So that was your bold
Exactly.
decision. You watched and you came on board because you asked those questions and you did your part before leaping into a new journey. Correct?
You're right.
All right.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
thank you for sharing. Uh, and Tay, can you share a little bit about your bold beginning and your leap of faith?
Oh, mine, it's a long story, but I'll keep it short, okay?
Okay.
I, actually, Kim, I've experienced laid off too. And honestly, like I've
Oh,
been saying, being laid off is just a better word or a softer word of being fired.
Mhm.
To be quite honest,
true.
it's like you've dedicated your whole entire, like a decade or more to this company, and then they could, like you said, just drop you in like 5 seconds. And that decision was easy for them to make, right?
Right.
And it does its things, but we move on. And like I always tell my partners, my business partners, that everything happens for a reason, and the universe and God has to force you out of your comfort zone in order for you to go and open that door and walk through that door of opportunity, right? And some of us, we get forced to, but we hop right back in. And me, I got laid off, but hopped right back into comfort zone, found another job and worked again. It wasn't until my son, I was rushing home from rush hour, and where I used to live in Minnesota, and 694, 494 during 4 or 5 o'clock, it is packed. And he was at school. And when I was rushing because I had a client in my office. And I couldn't just say, I have to go home, you got to get out of my office. So you have to listen to them when you work in the human service field. And I didn't get to him until 5:30, and school ended around like 3:30. I felt so bad when I pulled into that parking lot, and he said, Mom, why are you so late today? And I said, I'm so sorry, baby. I was held out at work. And then he was like, oh, and then I didn't even think anything either until when we went virtual during that hard 4 years. And we were working at home, meetings and stuff. And he was in school at home too. And he'd come and I would be in meetings and he'd be like, Mom, I'm hungry. Cook me something. I'm like, okay, baby, 5 more minutes. 5 minutes to do 30 to an hour. And by the time I was done, he already eaten cereal. I felt so bad. And then one day, that didn't stop me either. But one day he said to me, Mom, not even in a mean voice, he said, Mom, why do you always put others first before me and I'm second? And then that's when it hit me. Like, oh my God, if I don't change, nothing's going to change. And I started praying for something, and this business was laid right in front of me. It was like as if like the universe hears you when you start asking for something. And I was scared, honestly. I was really scared, but I didn't hesitate when I started this business. I just hopped in, pay the $149, and didn't even watch all my videos. But I do highly encourage you to watch it all, because then you will know how to ask the correct questions, okay? But that's how much I wanted to change, because that was my I've had it moment. And it was like scary, but do it scared anyways thing for me. And then when I got into the community, I was like, oh my gosh, so many people and so much success. Is this real? Like, it was too good to be true, right? I was like, this can't be true. This gotta be it. All those numbers are fake, right? And I did my due diligence. I researched, I made sure that it was legit business, taxable income before I started. That's how skeptical and scared I was. And I wouldn't put my name to something that wasn't. So that's how I started my journey. You have to have that I've had it moment for you to be able to start, right? And to really wake up from that comfort zone and to really realize that if I don't do anything to change this, somebody's going to hire me to help change their life, their dreams. And in all honesty, that's what we do in the corporate world. We're helping somebody achieve their dreams and their goals, because we're working on their dreams while they're working towards their dreams. So if you are still in comfort zone, and nothing wrong with that, but we all deserve a better tomorrow. And Kim, you and I have kind of a similar I've had it moments, but you used to talk like, I'm not going back into comfort zone. But me, I went back, and then I had to realize that if I don't change, I'm never going to get anywhere. So long story. That's why I said it's long, but here I am today.
But you know what, Tay? I just want to emphasize on something that you mentioned earlier. You remember like the numbers that you mentioned, is too good to be true? Things like that. I even go deeper in that. Just like you, right? I don't really believe in those numbers. People can fake it, doesn't matter, right? But the thing that is really make me believe is that some of the people in there, they are not only talking about the numbers, but they are showing up their tax form, like the 1099 from the states, and the T4A from Canada, right? So they're
Mhm.
actually showing their names and the amount that is really matching. And I really do believe that because, I mean, papers, you cannot really fake papers, right? So
Mm-mm.
yeah, so that's also one of the things that it makes me go further because for me, numbers doesn't mean anything. But when I see the paper, the tax form, I really do believe it.
Yep, yep. So do your research, right? Because you
Yes.
could be missing out on the most amazing opportunity of your life. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up because that's what was one of the things too, how generous the community is, all of the successes and those proof right in our community to show how amazing and how real and legit this business is.
That's
Well,
right.
that's my number one priorities anyways, right? So it has to be legitimate. I cannot just showing up my face on social media and, starting to scam people around, right?
Mhm.
So that's my number one thing.
Exactly.
Legitimate business.
That's
Exactly.
right. Yeah. So a little bit about not wrapping up, sorry. Uh, retouching what you guys share, it sounds like a lot of comfort, right? So we all know that when we're venturing into something new, and like Tay shared, we want that comfort zone versus the new beginnings and new adventures and this journey that we're so afraid to take on because we rather be held back like a lot of us nowadays are experiencing, especially after COVID, right? Because we think that our job will always be there for us just because we've been there for so long. But as Kim and Tay both share that, no matter how long you've been in this business, or I mean, not this business, but in your current job, that you can't be 100% confident unless you yourself are the person on top, and then you can guarantee to be writing out that job until you are ready for retirement. And just a little bit of something for the viewers to think about, comfort zone. Me myself, I was not a fan of social media before I came into this business either, right? And I followed my business partner quite a long time before I decided to hop on that train and decided to start this journey and this bold decision that I decided to do this not only for me but for my kids and or my future kids, and at that time my future kids and their kids, to have that change in a career or different options versus having to report to um, another job that they might not even like, or they like for a year and then they want to move on but they can't move on because they're so comfortable and they're afraid that if they move on they're not going to know where to start or how to start. um, can one of you guys share a little bit about like how comfortable were you when you decided to start this business, this our online business, without you know knowing 100% sure if this was the right decision for you?
Actually, my story is a little bit different. My background is a little bit different here because most people start business without any skills, any
Mhm.
tech savvy skill, any experience in marketing and business, right? But in my case, I'm a little bit different because I'm in IT. I already have tech skills, right? And then I did start an online business before as well. So this digital business is my second one. And now I
Okay.
have both of them running in parallel. The first one is funding the second one. So that's how it works, right? So anyway, so my first online business is the pet online store where I kind of sell handmade product. I made it myself, and then I sell those products from online, from like Shopify, Etsy, those Amazon FBA, drop shipping. I did all of that before I jumped into this digital business. But the one of the reason why I jumped beside me getting laid off and I want to be my own boss is because I can still going with my pet online store. It's making a lot of money. I've been running it for four or 5 years already. It's been a long time. But then I realized that because my goal is to retire early, and I want to travel all year long. So that's my ultimate goal. I cannot be stuck at home and make the product until when? 5 more years, 10 more years, 20
Yeah.
more years? I'm still working. I have to still, putting effort to make those products, and then handling shipping, dealing with customer. There's happy customer, but there's also unhappy customer that you have to deal with it, right? So anyway, long story short, I just feel like it's not sustainable. It's not fulfilling the goals that I want to be in the next 15 years, right? So that's why another reason why I switched to this digital business, because it's kind of checking off all the box that I have. And now I just have to deal more with people. I don't have to deal with any product, right? So you can bring your laptop with you, you can bring your, your phone with you, everything you can travel with it. All you need is a Wi-Fi connection. So, like I can be anywhere around the world and still doing this business. So that's the beauty of it. And, eventually the goal is, now currently I'm running both business in parallel, but eventually this one will be 100%, fulfilling all my full-time job right now and my pet online store. I don't want to do those anymore. Just the digital business.
Okay.
We are a little bit different on that aspect then. Because I, on the other hand, do not have the tech part of it. So it was not very comfortable for me. It was overwhelming, but everything is hard until it's done. Okay, I want to emphasize that. But the best part is our training platform is self-taught, and it's proven, and it's strategies that's been tried and it works, right? And so that was what really helped me, someone who is not tech savvy, who only knows how to log in, log out, and scroll, right? And so that's all I knew how to do. And I had to ask my siblings, like, okay, what do you have? How do you do this? How do you do that? And they're like, oh, you're such a, what's the word that the younger generation use? You're such a noob, right?
A noob.
That's right.
And I was, because I wasn't tech savvy, but I that's how I learned how to like post and how to like check things, right? And so I, on the other hand, was not very comfortable. Comfort zone in this business wasn't comfortable like when I was working in the corporate world, because all I had to do was wake up on somebody else's alarm clock, go, and they already gave me all the supplies and the resources to do the work that they needed me to do to get it done, and then come back home and wait for a paycheck, right? But in this business, I have to be the one to put the resources together. I have to set it up. I have to go do the reading. I have to go watch the training, right? So I had to learn. Unlike you, Kim, you already knew the tech stuff. It wasn't easy, but it is the most amazing system because it helps guide you step by step for you to set up your business successfully. And that's what I did. I was just following simple instructions. It was so simple instructions. When I really looked back on it and reflect today, right now, as I'm telling you guys, reflecting back, it wasn't that hard, but it was just because my mindset wasn't there either. That's why I just thought it was hard, because everything's laid out so clearly for you. And how can you fail, right? The only time you'll fail is if you don't even try at all. And so that's why I am so, I don't even know the word to say. I'm so in love with this business because it really is life-changing, because it gives you all of the tools, all of the systems and the support and the guidance to help you be successful. And if you can't run with that, then it's maybe not meant for you, because following simple instruction is so easy. It's just like, do this, do that, right? But I'm going to say, if you are not somebody who are self-driven and your desire for change is not strong enough and your mindset isn't there, then this isn't for you, because then you're not ready. You have to have the right mindset to start this business, or any business though, because there's no boss. There's nobody telling you when to wake up, nobody telling you when to start. You decide that, because it's flexible. Okay. You can access our training 24/7, from anywhere, as long as you have internet connection and a laptop or a smartphone, like Kim said. So it's an online business made easy for ordinary people like me and techie people like Kim.
Well, I mean, the technical part, it's pretty easy. And I mean, for whoever is not technical at all, we just have to follow the step by step. It's very clear, very easy to follow. You don't need a degree to really do this, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, and also one thing I want to emphasize too, because recently, even though mostly are training or in English, but if you're not fluent in English now, because I'm Vietnamese, right? Now we have the training site in Vietnamese, all the email campaigns in Vietnamese, the landing page in Vietnamese, and you can target like Vietnamese people just like me if I want to, right? So yeah, so either you're Chinese, Cambodian, Filipinos, or any other culture, you can still do this business on with your mother tongue language.
Yes. So you ladies basically said everything for me tonight. So it's just like, okay, I'm just on here watching you guys talk about the love that's shining and radiant through you guys tonight. So it's just like, wow, this is the type of people that you want to surround yourself with, right? Not just type of people, type of business partners. Something that you don't really see when you're out there in a job that you think you love. Okay, because if we all really think about it, that that journey that we took to be able to get to that career that we supposedly want to end up with and then retire with, and then you come to find out that person on the other side of the wall you don't like because they don't like you for who you are or what you do, because you're either one, you're smarter than them, or you work harder than them. Two, you're just an overachiever and they don't like that, right? So you never know the type of people you get when you are starting a new career or a new job in your town. But then when you venture into the online world, you get to have a global diversity of business partners where they all come from different backgrounds. They all come from different experts, right? Like Kim was in the IT. Tay was in the corporate world, and she learned that it took her to go back the second time for her to be like, okay, I really need to make a change. And then for me, I'm kind of in between Kim and Tay, right? I knew the social media world, but I know a little bit about the tech world, but marketing was not something that I knew, or not content, sorry, creating or being on social media was my thing, right? It wasn't. So it's like, as we sit here and we listen, as you guys sit here and you guys listen to our stories tonight, take that and kind of let that process, right? Because not everything is for everybody, like Tay shared. But you know what? If you guys follow us or watch us long enough, and eventually when you work up that courage to get out of your comfort zone, you might just be where we are today. Because like I shared at the beginning, I didn't hop on this train right away. I did my due diligence just like Kim did. We sat in the background, we watched and we watched, and we did we asked our questions, we got our answers, and then once we got proof that it was a piece of paper with real numbers, real company name, real business partners from our community, then that's when we were like, this is for us, because we are ready for change. We want to be the change for ourselves before we get fired again, right? So comfort zone, are you guys ready to step out of your comfort zone? Because we did. And even though it took us a while, we're here today, and we are proof that our business is not a scam. If you want to sit on it and think about it and compare the difference between what a scam is and what an online business is, right? Because if we were a scam, we wouldn't be sharing our personal history with you guys, and just so that you guys can come on and we can just scam you guys. Because if we did that, and that means you guys will be able to track us, to know where we live, and follow us, right, on social media, because we know how easy the web is. So with that being said, we all took our bold step, and we stepped into our online business. Ladies, before we sign off tonight, is there anything that you guys would like to share with our audience tonight, or with the audience that is catching the replay?
You want to go? Hey, you want to go first?
Sure, I can go first. I was just going to say, I just want to add from what we all talked about today that, if just imagine how your life would be like if you were as dedicated to yourself, your dreams, and to your journey of bettering your better future tomorrow. Just imagine if you were that disciplined when your job told you to get up, be there by 7, by 6 a.m., even 4 a.m. People wake up at 4 a.m. We have to be there at 4 a.m. in the morning. That's how disciplined you are every day for 5 days a week. Some of you work 6 days a week. And you wake up, no matter how tired you are, how exhausted you are from taking care of your family, but you're there by 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 a.m. And they tell you not to leave until 3, 4 in the afternoon, and you stay there till 3, 4 in the afternoon. So just imagine how your life would be like if you were that disciplined in your business and your journey to better your future tomorrow. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that. Just imagine how much better it would be.
It's very true. Kim, anything?
Yeah, for me, I really want to emphasize on health, right? Because every one of us, we have only one life and we have 24 hours a day. Life is very, very short. You can be ill next day, you can have a flu, you can have diseases, whatever is happening, right? And in my case, I do have a couple of families member who has a very serious illness. So I can see how they go through the process, and some get better, but some get worse. So just to think about it, I just want you guys to kind of reflect on it. How, like, if you keep running after your job, being stressed out all the time, and like Tay, right? Waking up early to the alarm clock and have to go to the office by 6 o'clock in the morning with all those traffic, adding off all those stress over the years until you reach 65 or 68. I believe in 68 is the number to retire now in the States. And then who's going to guarantee you that your health is still coping with you until you reach that retirement? And if your goal is to travel later on, just like me, I mean, I want to be healthy. I want to be active to go and explore the world. I don't want to be on a wheelchair or on a walkers to go around, right? To travel. So, and then by that time, you already exhausted because all the stress that you're adding on to yourself over the years, you were already exhausted. You don't have energy anymore. And what if you become grandparents, right? Are you having that energy to play with your grandchildren, to take care of your grandchildren? Like, just think about it. Life is very, very short. You have only one life, and health is wealth. Even though you're rich, you have all the money in the world, but you don't have your health, it's useless. So, yeah.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for joining me tonight. And I hope our conversation tonight would sparked a little bit in you guys and sinked in a little, because not everything is for everybody, like we shared. But with that being said, just kind of have that conversation with yourself and kind of see where it goes for you, because obviously we didn't start on this journey thinking we knew what we were doing. We overcame our fear. We got out of our comfort zone. We learned our lessons. Not learned our lessons, but we understood. We took the lessons of what we got from our training and we built on that, and we built the foundation to our business, and that's where we are today. And along the way, we are meeting business partners across the globe, and as we continue to grow within our business, we continue to see more and more potential in ourselves and the growth that we see in us. And I just want to say thank you again to my business partners, Tay and Kim, for joining me tonight and sharing the wisdom and their bold stories of how they took the leap of faith and found this journey. And I appreciate you both very, very much. And with that being said, I just want to thank you to all our viewers tonight for joining us, for listening, and for, hopefully you guys can resonate with us tonight. And thank you to anyone catching the replay later. But with that being said, if you guys have any questions, or if you're just curious, follow us. We are on social media, and drop a comment in the comments, or drop an emoji, and we will be happy to reach out to you personally, and we will answer any questions you guys have. All right, ladies, I just want to say thank you again for being here tonight, and I will see you guys next time.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much, Pania.
Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye.
All right.
Thank you,
Good
everyone.
night, everybody, and you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful evening, wherever you guys are tuning in from. Thank you.